popular.
We
should be good. Okay. This is the Bennettarium podcast starting up.
Sure is.
Number
55.
Numero 55.
55. Usually, if
I
you
thought
do
we've
an
done
audio-
100 by now.
No.
No, I thought it would be way higher.
I guess you're right, because we've only done this for like...
We've been slacking.
You only do it like once a month. Or so,
I guess so. Like, I mean, like how many?
We were doing
how
it
many
for
years
like
is
every
that?
other week or something a while, like when we first started.
Wow. That's a lot, though.
It is a lot. 55 episodes.
So I'm just checking the stream right now. This is going out to Patreons first, but we're gonna put this one up on. We're put this one up on YouTube.
This goes out to all the Patreons out there. You know, all the people out there in the Discord. You know.
Yes,
all the homies out there.
The Patreons.
No, the Patreons.
And
you know,
the
people in the Discord. They live in the Discord.
Yes, I know.
The Patreons out there.
They're quite a lot.
All them, they out there.
I know. Yeah,
This goes out to them.
Okay.
I know.
I'm going out.
You don't have to explain this to
them.
me.
I'm going out to them.
Oh wait, you're explaining it to the audience.
So let's get this podcast started.
Dude, let's do
If
it.
this is the first time joining us for video, because
Where have you been all this time? We've put on a show for 55 episodes now.
Well, we usually give
Let's give a recap.
The video.
Episode 1.
And
We talked a
YouTube
lot about
gets the-
VR.
Episode 2.
We talked a lot about VR.
Episode 3.
I think more VR, but then we started
Episode
talking
4,
about something about a
Jabba
lunch
the Hutt.
machine. There's actually like some memes and stuff that have started from this podcast. There's like in jokes that we might reference that
That
you
no
won't
one's gonna
understand because
You haven't been listening for 55 episodes.
yeah.
Okay, so usually we start the podcast with our theme song. Chelsea, do you want to
Yeah.
mic the guitar
Sorry,
a little bit?
I was working the Bennettarium question.
So let's start with the
Yeah.
classic, just for fun. Let's start with the classic podcast, and then
Okay.
we'll get some other takes on it. Just
Yeah,
'cause
let's see what's going
Sounds
on.
good.
most people
Feels
probably haven't
good.
listened to this.
That feels good for me.
Sounds right.
That feels
Sounds
nice.
right.
Wait, that's not the key. It's in. It's a podcast from Steam Powered Giraffe. It's the Bennettarium. Oh, we got 5 people on the podcast today. It's the Bennettarium.
Oh boy.
It's the Bennettarium, and we're starting right now. We're starting right now. We're starting right
All right, now keep playing. It's my turn. Now I get to do my version. The podcast from Steam Power Giraffe. It's the Bennettarium. Oh, I didn't make it for the last episode on the Bennettarium. Bennettarium. And we need to go to Brian.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, it's a podcast from Steam Bible Giraffe. It's a Bennettarium. Yeah, baby. We got all these beautiful people up here, and we got this bird chirping in the back. It's the Bennettarium. Oh,
name is
baby.
Vigo.
It's the Bennettarium. And I think it's about time that we started.
Ladies, gentlemen, NBs, and beautiful creatures far and wide, welcome to the Bennettarium, hosted by the creators of Steam Powered Giraffe. Let's introduce ourselves from left to right. Over here on
Our left or their left?
okay,
Oh.
let's start with David and go around the table.
Everyone put your L's up.
Counterclockwise?
Okay, yeah, I mean,
Which
We only
way?
have half a clock.
Which way's an L on
you
you?
go down this way first.
Okay.
So yes, then Chelsea,
This
then
way.
me, and then Camille, and then Brian.
Okay.
Well, I introduced everyone.
Okay.
Darn it.
Let's start it over. Let's cut all this out. I'm not
Okay.
editing it.
It's a podcast.
Okay, hi, my name's David Michael Bennett, and I play the spine in the band Steam Powered Giraffe.
Hi, I'm Chelsea Penyak. I'm a Walter worker with Steam Powered Giraffe.
Hi, I'm Isabella Bunny Bennett, and I play Rabbit and Gigi the Giraffe and
Rorco, the sultry walrus. Hey, keep your eyes starboard. So, is that on him or off of him?
Let me
Whoops.
finish.
Whoops.
Let me finish. In Steam Powered Giraffe.
Hi, I'm Camille Penyak, and I am another Walter worker with Steam Powered Giraffe.
Do the voice. Do the voice.
Come on. He's a Walter Worker, Steam Powered Giraffe. Oh, it's so good. It's
Chelsea
so good.
didn't do it.
All right, my name is Brian Barbron, and I play Zero in Steam Powered Giraffe.
Cool. So
about
some
it.
big stuff has been happening with Steam Powered Giraffe lately. Why, we just got back from Dragon Con about 2 weeks ago.
We just got it.
A month ago.
Yeah, last month.
Oh, man.
Boy,
You're headed back.
Still jet lag is.
I mean,
Fun.
Woo, child.
we had a vinyl release, 2-cent show.
We did.
Oh, a final vinyl.
We did. All that happened. We went. Dragon Con was in Atlanta, Georgia. Really big convention. Super big.
It was lots of fun.
We had a nice concert on the Friday night there.
It's fun.
We had some chicken wraps from. No, not chicken wraps. We had some vegetable sticks for 3 days.
I had some chicken wraps, actually.
Oh, chicken wraps.
Yeah.
Okay, good. All right.
Oh,
I know there's some chicken wraps.
but who are we kidding? The biggest news is that we had 2 music videos released alongside their the singles.
I thought we were all gonna. Yeah, I thought we were all getting excited.
It's like,
about that.
what is that? The new song? The new song?
I thought we were all getting excited about it. I guess everyone's. Thought the biggest news.
All right.
Thought everyone would get all excited.
The chemistry we have is amazing in this band.
We wear lab coats
We're in
and
sync.
safety goggles just to make it seem more legit.
We're so intertwined.
Woo,
I
child.
guess that would be this instead of.
Yeah. Lock it up.
Well, I'm
There-
making stuff. I'm making.
For those of you who are
motions with my
driving.
hands, interlocking my fingers.
Everyone, look! He's doing something very important.
Close your eyes and imagine this in your. No, please keep your eyes on the road.
Imagine the road, and then imagine this.
Watch out for that rabbit.
And then you see giant fingers coming across the road, right in front of your eyes.
But yeah, I mean, it's a big deal. We haven't had a new song. Well, we have had new songs if you've kept up with our live shows and some of our live videos. But this is like, it's not only a new song. It's the first Brian song that's like properly getting a
true.
proper release.
And not only
true.
Brian, but
Yeah.
Zero's song.
Whoa, that's a person.
2.5 years.
Yo!
2.5 years before your first song
Hey,
finally got.
We was cooking. We was cooking it for a while.
You know what I see all the time? Like when people comment, they're like, "Oh, you guys are finally back," and I'm like,
We haven't
go
gone
anywhere. We've been performing every.
We're working our booties off.
We even released like live show videos
I
and stuff to
know it.
prove that
I
we
know
were
it.
actually doing things.
I
Like we haven't stopped touring, we haven't stopped rehearsing and working. Like it's,
But I understand if you only digest this through YouTube, like which most people do. Yeah, we haven't had a music video in a while, and it's basically this podcast, just the audio going up on
Yeah.
YouTube, and
yeah.
every once in a while an advertisement for a show, and then or some new video.
Well, we
come out with.
decided early on not to saturate our YouTube with a bunch of like filler content, but like,
Except for the Bennettarium.
well, the Bennettarium is like, yeah, but like, yeah, but that was,
Yeah, it's only an hour filler though. That's not so bad.
it's something, but yeah, like we could have easily been like a YouTube content creator, but we're pretty much just putting out music videos and the occasional like fun little video, but like, that's kind of how it's kind of just gone. But yeah, the new music, new Brian song. This is Shattered Stars.
Yeah,
You want to talk about it?
No.
I think it's easier when there's an interview-ish style thing. Even though
Sure,
so-
you're
so
right. You're
the
right.
band will interview.
Brian,
Sure.
tell us what your inspiration was for this song that I personally love to play.
Oh, well, my inspiration.
I also love to play it.
Do you? Are you saying that?
I am. I'd said it right now.
You have that. You have that look on your face like you're just saying it, but you're not meaning it.
I like when we get to dance loose because it's like we go from the robot and then we go.
We do?
Totally.
We're supposed to. That was in the blocking.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah, we
remember
blocked
that.
it that way. Well, I mean, I think a lot of the song came from just playing,
Yeah.
playing, and I was
Yeah.
like, I like the fact that the stops in it and stuff like that. That's like that plays to the live show that we have and Steve's lights and stuff like that. So a lot of the inspiration was just playing music. Like what do I want to play on stage, and I wanted it to be something fun and
Super fun.
Zero's lore has that he just like sat and listened to Motown for a while, so it was definitely inspired by Motown,
it.
specifically
Now,
Diana Ross.
What stars are
if
being
you will.
shattered?
Oh, stars! That's what stars are. They're just like blown up. Every star is like a dead star.
I guess
like,
you're right.
It's like blew up a billion years ago, but it's just there
Damn.
blinking. So that was like some depressing thought that someone had. One night when I was
that's-
staring up at
that's-
stars being positive, she's like, "Yeah, but they're all dead stars anyways." And I was like, "Oh my goodness,
That's depressing. But also,
Yeah.
it's really deep.
It is. It was a very deep thought, and I think that
someone could be orbiting that star on a planet. and they
Yeah.
could be looking back at us and seeing dinosaurs because the light so
Whoa.
Yeah.
it takes forever.
See, that's like,
Also-
that hurts. What?
We got 0 added to the Stars songs.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Because
totally.
Now you have your own.
We have a
Totally.
lot.
Yeah, because everyone
Yeah.
went to space without me. Had a whole space opera.
We have like an
and nobody
entire
invited me.
catalog of
Wait.
songs with stars in the
Yeah.
title.
Wait, Chelsea, who we each have a star song. What are they?
Oh, I
Well,
have several.
Okay,
There's
for one,
7.
there's the Stars.
the stars. That's a David
Camille,
There's
song.
too
Camille made
many
a poll
star
about
songs.
this. There's the
Okay.
Stars, Starlight, Starshine.
Those are both David. Still David.
Star Valley Night.
Star Valley
But
Night.
still David.
Stars in my stars. So
there's-
Chelsea
there's
might
one
be a
more.
little biased.
Star Scrap.
Star Scrap.
Okay, that's me.
yours.
Right? That's me. I got one.
yeah.
I got one right here.
you want to give it to me?
My
I'll
score
take
is
it.
1. I got one star
There's like
song.
7, right?
There's-
On
It's a
top of
contest.
does on top of the
Yeah.
universe count? It's
No,
Not
really.
No,
There's
stars.
no stars.
I mean, this is stars in
I
the.
have 1. David has
Oh
4.
my gosh, I don't even know our own life.
There's more. We have more stars.
You're right. There-
I have to go look at our
Shattered
songs
Stars was the 7th.
All right.
There is.
Well, then,
Burn-
and my first and last. That's the only star title
Starburner.
I'll ever want.
Starburner.
There it is.
Starburner, you need to cut
many.
it out. Yeah, that one, Starburner. So I have 2. Okay. At
We
least
could
two.
come up with more.
Uh,
It's not-
Shining
it's
Star.
really easy to
You're a
write.
shining star. Ooh, you guys write that song?
Starlight, Starshine.
That's a
you
good
know?
track.
I said
I
that
can't
one.
believe y'all wrote that.
That was 7.
The stars. Don't forget that one.
Oh,
God,
yeah, that was
there's
a
so
very,
many
very first one I said.
I know. I was joking.
Oh.
I was-
It's like
We
you're
said them all.
Not even listening.
There's yes.
If
there
you
are
can't
a
listen
lot.
right here at home.
Oh, we forgot one.
Ollie and the Starshine
Never
Band.
mind.
Necrostar.
Oh my God, you're right.
There's a-
It's really easy to write a song with the word star in it,
Yeah, it is.
or just the theme of space.
Electricity
So
isn't
you're
my
in the
star.
club now.
So you need to write about 4 more.
No, that's it. One and done. I'm a one and done. Only.
You're moving on. Now you need one with steampunk bullshit in it. Oh shoot.
I'm just gonna.
sorry.
I'm just gonna.
I wasn't supposed to say the S word.
Well, you're allowed like one in a PG-13
I mean, it depends on
movie.
what the
Yeah,
content. would
that
be.
was it. So nobody else do anything. Nobody
I wasn't going because I said steampunk.
steampunk.
I said it's because I didn't
Giraffe.
use the S word. you need to add some words with gears in it. Like,
Yeah, well, that's the thing is like I'm gonna add like one steampunk word in every song, but never like in succession. But like just just keep sneaking one in there.
goggles.
Yeah, did you say goggles?
And I love to dance and gears and you know. No, I mean we are. Still technically a steampunk band. We never stopped being, but we don't consciously make the choice.
I don't even think it says anywhere on our website that we're steam. There's
But,
probably
like-
been like articles that say that we are, but
we don't
it's not-
try it. If one of the words fits and we're like, oh yeah, like a robot. That's that. It's just kind of like just happens. But it's like we don't have a quota. Like okay, how many times do we say metal or?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
No.
Did we
Like
work an
robot.
airship into this song?
No, but if you're like telling a story about an airship and like that, then maybe more airship.
Cool.
But you know, that's not what I'm doing.
I
right
have
now.
no drive to write a song about an airship.
We never consider ourselves.
Come on,
steampunk.
David. You can have a surprise. Come on, you're writing an airship song right now, right? Next song, an airship song. It's gonna be amazing about all the airships that David loves.
Most of our songs aren't like very specific. They're very more
Until-
talking about
until
feelings
this
and
one.
stuff.
Yeah.
Until
There's
this
very
one.
little story.
You know, an
songs we
airship
do.
could also be like a flying
Vigo,
pirate ship
Vigo.
from Peter Pan.
Peter Pan.
Peter Pan.
Peter Pan.
Hey.
Like Spider-Man.
So another thing we like to do on
Oh,
this podcast.
speaking of Spider-Man,
Oh, yeah.
he's back, baby.
What?
Oh, he's back, baby.
He's back for at least 3 films.
Wait, I didn't.
I don't know.
That wasn't
I'm
keeping
not
up.
back in the
following
MCU.
news.
Disney and Sony, they made up. He's
They made a
back,
deal. They
baby.
smooched. They kissed on it.
I
3 more
mean,
pictures.
What's in it? Oh, that was their whole plan all along.
I know it's probably
all
some
PR
marketing
stunt.
gimmick. Yes, it looked like it.
Don't tell
People
anybody.
got so riled
We
up
gotta
for
go
no
see
reason.
that new Spider-Man film.
It's out on DVD. Better buy it.
It's the last 3.
Anyway.
I got 5 copies.
We were talking about Steam Powered Giraffe.
So you're
Oh,
welcome.
yeah.
So
How-
Shattered
and how it's not Spider-Man.
Shattered Stars.
Yes.
A very fun song to play.
Uh-huh.
We've been playing it live for about more than a year, I'd say.
Yeah, that's very
Yeah.
true.
So it's old shoe hat for
Oh,
us.
that's
Old shoe
true.
hat for us.
Debuted in Denver. No oxygen.
Whoa.
Denver, Colorado,
Good,
2018.
good,
It did.
good knowledge
That
right
was our
there.
first live.
And we
performance
recorded
of
that
it.
one.
We did.
Yeah.
You can see the first live recording of it
It's
That's
probably
why-
not very
that's
good.
why, no one
Ooh.
I advertised. I slipped in an advertisement for that video because I was like, I did the poll, and everyone's like, I can't figure out the last one.
Oh, the
Buy
Star
a new
songs. Yeah, you cheated on that. It was like
What
a brand
would it
new
be?
song, and no one had seen it.
That's-
And you're like,
That's
no one can
good,
figure
though.
out the
Wrong.
7th song.
That's good.
That's great.
You gotta be a true fan to know.
Gotta be.
You gotta go to every show.
But yeah, that was like over a year and a half ago.
So we'll be playing that one for probably for still longer.
We had another release, and I was originally the song was going to be called Starry Star Time. I changed it to Latum Alterum because just
which
between
is
stars.
which is Latin for, of course, the biggest star in the Starverse.
No, but I mean, but seriously, like I think Charter Star's up to like 64K plus right now, maybe even higher now. It's like pretty great for a week.
I'm trying to
for
use
us.
the Wreck-It Ralph 2 rule, which is probably shouldn't make Wreck-It Ralph 2.
So you're not gonna do Shattered Stars too.
No, I don't know. I'm just
Also, I don't know if you
trying to stay away from.
Speaking of numbers, like the one Latum Alterum, which went up when this was recording, it went up yesterday. It's already halfway to 64. like pretty much it's in like the 30.
I like
people
it.
are
Yeah, most of the
expecting
views
yeah,
and stuff
like-
happen within the first few
It's
days.
you can see that people's excitement is growing.
Yeah,
Like,
totally.
If only we just had more releases, but now
No, we do.
we did
We
it
do,
in two.
though.
We did it in
We
two.
do.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
do.
yeah.
We do.
So,
We do.
oh, yeah.
but-
If anyone doesn't know, I guess David can fill us in on
so,
what our plan is.
So basically, the 2 videos that were released in this week or in the last 2 weeks, we released one last Thursday and we released the other one this Thursday. That was our first wave of songs from our new future album, as of yet untitled. We know the title, but you don't yet. We'll save that for another announcement. And we're gonna have a number of waves of songs release up until the album release, and then the album will be filled with all those singles, as well as some songs that didn't release, as well as acoustic versions of every song. So it'll be a pretty packed album.
Yeah.
So our next wave of songs is coming out by the end of the year. So stay tuned for that. And if you're a Patreon patron, you can follow along with our progress. We post pretty much weekly videos of our of us working on the songs, and we don't spoil everything. We pretty much spoil one song and then keep the other one kind of under wraps and just share tidbits. So that way everyone gets the.
But now we can share.
feeling
We've
of
been
it.
sharing all the rest of the behind the scenes footage.
Yeah,
It's
in
really
October
cool.
I'll be posting some behind the scenes video clips that we specifically kept out of our weekly videos when we were making the stuff because we don't want to spoil too much.
There's I think there's makeup time lapses and stuff.
There's a time lapse of the demon makeup.
Yeah.
There's
From Latum Alterum.
There's a
yeah.
lot of stuff showing the demons
It's
too.
pretty cool. I'm so glad that you recorded all this because it makes for good content for Patreon. Yeah,
I know.
totally. I hope you guys enjoying it.
And it helps. It's like a little nostalgic look back. Like I can't remember what I was like. Oh, it was like the 10-year anniversary. I looked at some video. I was like, oh, I remember that.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, it's just like wasn't that long ago, but.
But
as I
don't
feel
take
it,
our
you know.
word for it. The patrons who have joined us since October last year, we didn't announce the album and our how we were going to do it until earlier this year in March, April. I can't remember. Maybe it was May.
The patrons heard first.
But they've been following along with us, and we've been doing
Yeah.
these podcasts. They've been seeing the videos, acoustic rehearsal live streams that we do on Patreon, and all that stuff's archived. So we just get
And,
we have so
and they've
much
been
of it
getting
now.
early releases of the songs, and obviously, the songs everywhere now. The songs are everywhere now. You can download them.
Yeah, Spotify, Apple Music.
Yeah. Please
wherever.
purchase and support us if you like it. Please.
Yeah.
In addition to streaming, you can
Yes.
just buy the song and throw it in a digital file that you never look at again.
And I know some people
And
might
stream
say
it
like,
forever.
"Hey, why don't I just wait until the album's finally out?" And I'm like, "Well, you could do that, or you could buy the song now." The reason being is that once the album does come out, it's going to have extra stuff.
Well,
on
yeah,
it.
we
So
obviously
to
figured
make
that
it
out.
more worth your buck. Like, oh, I already bought all this, but hey, it has all these acoustic versions. No, that's
and
cool.
and you'd still be able to buy pick and choose if you wanted those individual
That's
songs.
kinda how they-
So we're just trying to
yeah.
give all the options available for people because we thought it would be interesting for people to grow their Steam Power Draft playlist over time rather than have build up to one album release, drop all the songs at once. A few of them get music videos, and then
'cause
everyone kind of forgets about it for 2 years.
So many songs didn't get proper limelight, and there's some great songs that we did that just they were well received, I guess, but it's they just didn't have any of that didn't have any attention.
Well, I think this is a really cool way to do it, and every song is their own.
And we didn't invent
pretty
this.
much,
We've seen other artists been doing
Uh-huh.
similar
Totally.
stuff, so we're just like, hey, let's do that double single
I like
drop
that.
all the time.
I like it, and it gives us something to look forward to.
Oh yeah,
Totally.
and every song kind of gets a little
Short
moment in
goals.
the last.
You know, they say life's all about the short goals.
I think it's smart. We did
We're
good.
short goaling it to the end.
Short goal.
Short goal.
There was a lot of camaraderie too. I liked with the way that we're working on them, and I can already see that we're getting better every time we went out and filmed a new thing. It's like, oh, we're getting this down.
So yeah, what about yeah? Can you tell us about that? You want to talk?
I mean,
a little bit about
yeah. I mean, it started out like I had some weird ideas, and then we were kind of just pitching in the dark, and then we brought Gabby on board, and then like suddenly she came out with some concept art. I said, oh, I kind of want demons or something, and like she came up with the concept art that kind of like said it. All I gave her was like basically like creepy demons. I don't even know if they were supposed to not have eyes.
I think when she did a sightless demon beforehand for
Yeah.
Was it
another
Monstercon or
project.
something?
I think,
we
and
were
I think I
"Can
was like,
we
I
use
want that,
and
then
they're like, sure, I did.
And then I gave her like a picture of like a woman in like a vest. Like I was like, I want like kind of like this, and then she came up with this idea of like the inverted clothing, and we're like, this is and inverted skin and hair colors. I'm like, okay, this is great. Like, and then we just kind of built it around that framework. Like it's so great that we were able to put so much time and effort into that surrealist imagery.
Yeah, totally.
And then, of course, like everything else just kind of came organically. I don't want to get too much into the rest of it, but like, it's great because when you look at the thing, like, there's a lot of weird stuff on screen, but all of it's like practical for the most part. Like, there's a little bit of digital manipulation, but like, if we could do an effect, like,
Yeah.
there, like that first opening shot, like, we did like 4 takes, and that was the best one.
Yeah.
I wish we could have gotten another take, but it works.
Where the
I look like
snap
so
on.
like scary initially. I'm like, hey, yeah.
I
But it was
love
like,
it.
you know what? This works. I love
Yeah.
it.
You're setting the tone, though. You always set the tone for like the
It's
demons and
so
stuff.
good.
you know,
But because
so-
we did it all in
Yeah.
one take, it's like there's no like manipulation. It's just
Yeah.
all the lighting cues
That's
were like
David on the
timed and-
camera.
yeah, and
like
Steve.
moving back and forth.
Yeah, Chelsea and I did the camera work for these two
Yeah.
videos.
Yeah, they look great.
I think
too.
Looks so good.
Mike helped hold the camera above us for the ending of Shattered Stars.
Yeah, that
where
was
the
Mike.
robots are on the ground.
I was
Yeah.
holding the camera too. That was a scary
You know
shot.
what I noticed?
we were holding it together above your guys' heads, and we were like, oh god.
It's a heavy camera.
Yeah.
It was a last minute idea. It looks great. I think like there's also a lot of motion in both of them, which you can compared to our other music videos. Like they just seem more alive. There's more energy just because the camera is like this active character.
Yeah.
Like it's good. It shows like that we're not maturing, but like
Well,
we're growing as artists.
Music
and we're
videos
learning.
have
Yeah.
always been
Evolving.
kind of a secondary thing for us because it was like whatever we could do, and most of the stuff is like, oh, we're gonna shoot on a green screen because it's just for
Yeah.
fun or whatever. But now it's kind of like, well, if we want it to be seen, we should.
Well, also we have
put
so
some time
many
into
to
it.
make that it's like okay, we got to hunker down and see like what is the music video, what kind
what
of
does it
what
look
features
like,
does it
yeah.
have, what do we have to plan like.
Yeah.
I think Shattered Stars was definitely like we wanted to film like we know we wanted the lamppost scenes.
Yeah, well, I mean, I think the initially like getting some shots that didn't quite work, we kind of had to switch some stuff up. But
Yeah.
like everything kind of happened organically,
Yeah.
and all the shots came out.
It looked-
I really
everything
liked.
looks great.
Yeah.
All
I was
the
really
black
happy
and
with
white
it.
shots look really cool.
Yeah, like that was a good save on David's part because like I feel like that was a big day of shooting.
There was-
so it
I was
like-
gonna be sad if we lost all that, but it
I
like it
know.
worked really well.
Yeah,
like it
yeah,
looks
yeah.
like
just
silent movie.
old timey, like
Yeah, it
which
was
is
so good.
exactly
The
like the
text, yeah.
the
Yeah.
idea for it.
It's
Like
very.
Laurel and Hardy.
It's almost that the frame rate is very like it reminds me of an old like, Buster
Totally,
Keaton or
totally.
something.
My
Yeah.
only gripe with is we filmed on that red backdrop, and I don't know why we thought that was a good idea, but it looks okay, but it's still like
Yeah.
It just clashes with all the red on us,
Yeah.
and the light is bouncing off us.
And that-
white
and that
light
was
bouncing
good.
off the red.
I like it.
It was-
And there's
yeah, it was-
red lights behind us too,
it's
so it's like too much
interesting.
red for the sensor.
it's at least different.
Yeah.
But like then you take a look at like another thing that was filmed that day, which was the Shattered Stars, like
With the
when you-
blue
with the
and
blue and the
the-
changing
Yeah.
lights.
Oh,
It's like that
those
was shot on the
lights.
same day, and it
Yeah.
looks like it doesn't look the same, but it's
Yeah.
like that's the same set.
Yeah,
like it's just
totally.
like so. I mean, whatever. But it's
I mean, a lot of learning process,
Totally.
but it's like it's sparking ideas
I'm
for
excited.
future videos as well.
Yeah.
And this
so-
was the first
Correct.
time we filmed in RAW 4K,
Yeah, it was
and
so good.
I mean
It
we've
looks
done
really
we did
good.
4K 60 frames with like Gigi the giraffe video,
Mhm.
but that's just because we could. But this is like we used different editing programs, DaVinci Resolve, just enough that we had like color correction in post was a lot easier. But you can even though they're 1080p videos, you can definitely see the detail in the makeup and stuff, and mistakes or whatever. Because it's just there's so much.
Well, also we're constantly
information.
sweating during the shoots
Yeah.
because we filmed this like in the middle of summer, and it's apparent. But actually, it's not too.
Ooh, how days,
We're not
yeah.
too glistening. You can just kind of see our makeup's a little faded here and there.
Let's talk frame rates. No one doesn't care, but let's see. Shattered Stars accidentally filmed it in 30 frames for some shots, and I was like, we got to film the rest of it in 30 frames now too. But going forward, Yeah was 24 frames a second, and I think we're going to keep that, especially with the bars too, because you want that anthropomorphic kind of look of.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's kind of fun to see like where can we put the change in the
Yeah.
bars going down.
But it was cool. It's unique.
I'm gonna have to do that for every future music video, but I guess for this album it would be kind of it's kind
Yeah,
of nice
for
to
all-
have.
for
They
all of
they
it.
come
Totally,
in
yeah.
at the beginning and then they open up.
I
for
like
the end.
that.
If
No,
you haven't
that's
seen
really
that,
cool.
seen that, you should pay attention.
But it doesn't happen. It doesn't happen in Shattered Stars.
Look it up. But
no, it happens in all of them.
Oh, it
both of
does.
them, yeah.
It's just so good. I was gonna say like a lot of people. It's not something that we pointed out, but a lot of people. It doesn't register them that Shattered Stars. Most of it's shot in slow motion.
I know. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which I like. I like the fact that it's not like.
Because something looks weird, but you can't really put your.
There was a few
Too
comments that were
obvious.
like, "Are you guys intentionally not lip syncing it
Yeah,
correctly?"
yeah, totally.
It's hard, and even when you think you're on, then you're realizing that your lips
So
aren't moving fast
if you don't know
enough.
what we're talking about, like if you look at the intro and stuff to Shattered Stars, there's parts where we're slowed down, like half speed, but unless you pay attention to hair or you see the bubbles, which bubbles kind of travel slow anyways, you wouldn't really know.
Yeah.
But we actually filmed those sped up 2 times, so
You were singing super fast.
and we're like
Yeah.
moving. And actually, in our behind the scenes stuff, we're giving to Patreon patrons. You'll be able to see a few of those shots because we filmed it as we were filming, so you can see how fast we're moving
yeah.
and singing, lip syncing it.
But also probably saved us so much time. Because it was
Yeah.
like, it was like for every verse was over in like 2 seconds. Like, well, that was it.
I
That's done.
remember
Okay.
it weirded us out when we were done with the fast
Oh my God.
takes,
And then
and then we
listen to the
like
original?
we put it back. Yeah, we listened to the original, and we were all like, "Wait, what's wrong with this track? Did we slow it down?"
I felt like
Our
it was in
brains
Jell-O.
couldn't register
Yeah.
it.
I also hurt my neck that day because I was
Oh, yeah.
going so fast.
But it has it has a unique feel to it.
You see,
which I like.
you see that in a lot of music videos sometimes. There's not too many people lip syncing it, but I've seen a few that have like.
Yeah. I mean,
they're,
this-
like walking in a forest real slow, but they're singing it. Like,
We have
and you don't
some-
really, your brain kind of gets fooled. Like,
Yeah,
oh, it's real time.
So it's
Totally.
stylized, and like I think like and you can tell when we're actually in like regular speed versus the other times, like it's just there's something fun about it. It's just like
Yeah.
everyone's
Yeah.
kind of just moving through Jell-O, It's
It
just
might-
Yeah, I
something
love it.
slightly weird about it.
It might have
you
worked
know?
a little better in 24 frames a second, just because it would have been more obvious.
Yeah, and also if we
But-
had like I think if I planned out more things floating through the air and like having more
We should have
people
just been
there.
jumping the whole time.
You know what? I know. We'll
Trampoline.
I have some like
Next video.
some juggler friends, and I was like, I should have invited
Oh.
them so they could have been juggling
'Cause we had, like-
behind me, like all
we have so
sorts
much
of
extra
stuff,
footage of us
It's like-
throwing stuff in the background.
Because
Yeah, they're
bubbles
just-
and even the stars, you're like, oh yeah, that's how fast something goes.
but it's like not. Yeah,
or your hair.
yeah,
It's
yeah,
just like,
yeah.
That's normal.
There's like one shot of a banana.
Oh yeah, there's one banana. And it was just like everything I could find that we could throw. I was like, yeah. And there was like one sun in there. I was like, there's a sun. Just throw
Yeah.
that at some point.
And then we had to go around the room and pick it all up and do it again. It was just we did it like so many times.
which was very fun. And like, if I didn't want to, like, confetti would have been great, but like, I never ever would want to pick up confetti. Like, if you do like the poppers or something, like that stuff would have looked
if
cool.
only we
but
could get like some breakaway glass and it's just like
start bleeding everywhere.
So 2 music
So that's
videos out.
next music video.
All the songs are available to buy if you want to support us. They're all on the streaming services.
I know people are wondering when are we going to perform these new songs live, and the answer is Shattered Stars. We're already doing live.
Yay! But yeah,
We don't have anything to announce on Untitled yet, but we are adding more songs to the set. We're not going to say
also
right now.
we're also
but-
playing new songs that don't have music videos already. So
yeah, it's true.
if you're in on all the stuff we're playing live right now, you're obviously going to
Yeah.
anticipate some of these songs being on the
Yeah.
album, and you'd be correct.
Yeah, so I mean, it'll
You'd
it
be
feels like
wrong.
Latin will probably make it into the set at some point, but we're not like
Yeah, I
holding
mean,
our breaths or anything.
yeah,
like
But I mean, it's kind of fun to go to a show and like I've never heard this. They don't have this song out
Yeah.
on a record yet, so
Yeah.
we'll.
I agree.
yeah,
That's
Gives
so that's
you
always
reason to
fun.
go to the show.
Yeah. Plus, it helps us, kind of develop the song on stage, and then when we go back to the studio, that's
Agree.
always fun.
Yeah, I mean, Shattered Stars changed completely in the year that we played it compared to when we recorded it. By the time we record it, we're like, all right, faster.
Sometimes it happens the opposite way for
Little
songs,
more.
where it's like, you make it for an album, and then it kind of grows after
Yeah,
the
at the
album.
li-
and then
yeah,
people are like,
the
I like the
live.
live version better. And like, well,
Yeah.
sometimes
And that I'm sure that will happen because that's just like
because we
songs
can't,
always do that.
because we
yeah.
can't do how many of our 12, 10 songs.
Our special
on
guest
our
would
set.
like a word.
Okay, what do you got to say, Vigo?
Vigo.
Hey, why don't let's take a bird break and Camille can tell the
There it was.
All right.
the patrons and YouTubers what
And
What
also
the
also
bird?
the also the people listening to the podcast.
yeah that too.
Forget about them. They don't even know what the heck's going
Only about
on.
the patrons and the YouTubers.
Vigo.
He's a green cheek conure, pineapple.
We have a
Yep,
bird.
that's Vigo. He's
We have a bird
like a
out
year and a
here.
half old.
And is that his swan song we've been hearing for the last half hour?
He loves to
Now
scream all day.
now he's all shy.
He knows when we're talking about him.
Vigo.
He's like, what? What do you want?
Vigo.
You got something to say to the microphone? Hey, Vigo, you want to say your name to all the people out there?
He just likes he likes participating. He hears us talking and he'll just start chattering in the back.
What you got to do is like when we're starting, you're like, yeah, that's great. It's
Yeah.
just-
Scratches. If you manage to hear that, he knows the word scratches and he asks for scratches.
He's adorable.
Anyways, we have quite
that
a
is very
bit
sweet.
of
Okay, well.
questions that come on behalf of
My
our
heart is
Patreon
full.
patrons.
Do you want to start?
She's
Let's-
an A.
Should we go around the table or should I read them
I'll
all?
read a normal one first, and then we'll get to say the others.
We're about halfway through the show. It's
simmer
time
down.
for some questions.
Who are you to judge?
Well, I just mean
Oh, because the first one's a joke.
because the first one is one I put. I'm gonna start with this
Dear
one.
David, how'd you get so handsome? Oh, well, I guess I wake up every morning and I'm telling myself you're worth it.
It's cool. Thanks for asking the question. This first question comes on behalf of Prima. Have any of you ever felt musically burnt out?
Oh.
Good question, Prima. And thanks for being a Patreon patron.
Yeah.
So like what does being burnt out musically mean? Like
You don't have any creative. I'm assuming that's about being. They're wondering if we ever just. We just don't have any ideas. I don't
Maybe
know how to
like
finish this.
Totally.
artist block or
Yeah.
like when we're creating songs.
Yeah. Or like just don't want to like. There was a time like I was like playing like bars like every like two shows like every weekend, and I was just like I don't want to play. I don't want to play anymore. Like, it's not fun for me anymore. You know. So it was like I needed like some time off for sure. Like that. Oh, that.
Totally.
Or like if you're deep into it, like after an album, like you probably don't want to look at music for a second. Like when you've been digging into like music for. There's just a time where you're just like no, no, thank you. Like I just want silence.
Yeah.
Like I don't want to hear drums. I don't want to think about music. I don't want to think about rhythms. Like I don't want to think about melody.
Definitely during the zoo. I remember feeling like that a couple times because
Yeah.
I was like 74 days straight. So, but
No.
not too
I
much.
don't get burned out.
You don't get burned out.
I think I get burnt out just like anyone else with the process.
Uh-huh.
Like, it's hard to sit here and hit record
Yeah.
and do stuff, but like the creative aspect of it, of actually writing songs and like coming up with them in your head and maybe put them on a guitar, like
Yeah.
I could do that every day.
All the time.
Yeah, I don't. I mean,
Yeah, that's
totally.
true. I mean-
But I was saying like on the side of things where with live performance, like yeah, if you do too many, like you're gonna get tired. Like,
But I think our group, at least Steam Powered Giraffe, I'm not sure because you have obviously routine as well. Like, there's enough lead singers writing songs that it feels like, well, if we had to come up with 10, 12 songs ourselves for every album, maybe we would feel like, we're stretching ourselves a little thin.
yeah.
But we're only putting like 3 or 4
like
songs out.
in the
so-
creative aspect, I don't feel like that's ever been an issue. Like if you're sometimes we'll hit a wall or something creatively, but that's just the process, you know.
Yeah.
Like sometimes you just be like, I just don't know what to do here. I need to sit on it, and then suddenly it's like, oh, there it is.
Yeah.
I think being able to work in a band with people also helps too, because there's just even if you're like sure of your idea, like other stuff comes in, and then you're like, we gotta add that in there too.
Yeah, sure.
So that's always fun.
It helps.
But
But having so many people like also being the lead singers, because we're all lead singers technically, and then having all that feedback for every song, like it's like if you don't have something, like if it never really stops, it's like everyone just keeps kind of keeping it moving, keeps it moving.
it's very true. It's very true. But it makes a cohesive sound overall. So I think it's important in our songwriting ability.
good question. I'd say that I think everyone gets writer's block of some sort,
Yeah.
but I think it has more to do with like your exhaustion and stuff, and not necessarily you don't have any ideas for songs. I don't know. I'm assuming people do. for me in Steam Powered Giraffe, I've never hit that point because I always feel like I'm doing more work than I am doing creative stuff.
Yeah,
and that's just like when I know the rest of the songs on the album, and just the other day I was like, yeah, but I got like 5 more that we could put on an album if we had one. You know what I mean?
True.
So that's where I am, and I wasn't that way all the time because I feel like when we were doing like Vice Quadrant and SteamWorld Heist music from that, we had to come up with new songs. So it was kind of like, well, we're putting all these other stuff on the back burner, and now all the stuff on the back burner is kind of like, let's get that out.
Yeah.
I think Quintessential was a little bit like that.
Who you're like pushing.
There are a lot of
Well,
like
it just
really
felt like,
old
well,
songs
we
on that one,
you have
right?
ones that we've just kind of.
I think we were kind of done. We were like, these songs, like, we're gonna be done with them if we don't get them out now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we kind of, I don't know. In retrospect, maybe I shouldn't have pushed some of those songs, but whatever. It was like the end of an era.
Cool. Next question.
Nice question, Prima. You want to read that one?
Yeah.
It'd
this
be
one-
weird if I read my own question.
Okay. This question is for David. This comes from Kelsey. Now that you shaved your head, will we ever see some cool?
This isn't my question.
What?
This isn't my question.
No, it's for.
No, for you.
Oh, I thought you were going to read the funny one. Okay.
Oh, sorry. No, I'm. This one's for you.
What is the funny one?
Yeah, let's get that one out of the way. I don't
Okay. This question is from David. How many
Hilarious.
how many times do you have and when? Favorite? Any chance in the future?
How many times do you have?
Probably 12. I got 12, at least 12 times.
Yeah, about a dozen or so.
You got a dozen too?
Yeah.
I got like a baker's dozen, but like probably
Is that a meme?
probably like more like a 13
Because
or
if
14.
not, it should be.
Yeah.
And
yeah, about a dozen.
You know, like around,
About a dozen.
probably around.
How many times do you
Favorite?
have? Favorite times? Yeah.
Any chance in the future?
No,
Probably not.
none,
Yes.
noon,
Yes.
anyways.
Yes to my favorite. No to the second. That was
noon to
Great
all
question, David.
questions.
Thank you.
That was a really great question, David. Thank you.
I'm glad we got that.
Probably the best one that we're going to answer.
Anyway, I'll finish.
I mean, it made
this
me
one.
happy.
Oh.
Okay, time to turn the smile back to a friend. Let's get on.
Vigo.
Okay.
Okay, this question is from Kelsey for
bobbing up and
David.
down.
Now that you've shaved your head, will we see some cool makeup on the spine because of that in upcoming music?
Take off your hat.
Take off your hat.
off your hat.
Take it off.
They want you to lose the hat. is
Take
what
off
they're
the
saying.
hat.
I think if the music video called for it, sure, but we've done that before with Rabbit, and I feel like there's you have to, if you're gonna shoot it, you have to know going in, and then you can't really wear the hat unless you shoot all the stuff before. So I think the
Yeah.
music video would need
Yeah.
to be a reason to take off the hat.
So because we in the comics and stuff or some of the art we've depicted Spine as like the robots don't really have hair. Well, Zero's with the exception of maybe Zero, but it's like it's just kind of like a wig. So does that mean like Spine would just have like the robotic like silver on top?
I
guess?
think some stuff could work with that. It's just I don't know. It'd have to be intentional.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to just like I'm taking my hat off and then
No,
I'm
Yeah.
down.
It's a music
Because it would be
video.
so much work just to do that.
Well, with your upcoming song, Not Without My Hat, where you explore what would life be like without your hat.
Don't ruin it. Oh, buddy. Don't ruin the songs. I'm sorry.
Where Spine is a dream that he
Spoiler.
takes off his hat.
Spoiler alerts. What about a video about us, your hat flying around town and having adventures?
And it lands on people, and that turns people into Spine. So I'm Mario Odyssey.
It's like a Pixar
But though
movie.
they're stuck that
about
way
what
after
if
it goes.
hats had
So
their
then when
own
it goes off,
secret
they're like,
world?
we're really flying
Hat
the hat.
story?
It's us like in the cockpit.
But like we're tiny, and then,
Yeah,
but
tiny.
like
Their clothes don't change. So if like you're
wait,
like
where
a
does the
lumberjack,
where
like
does the
you're in a
cockpit
lumberjack
fit on this
costume.
hat?
In the brim.
In the
You know,
it's just on
no,
the top.
like this the ribbon part. That part. That's where it is.
But then how does it go on people's heads if there's a cockpit?
Come on. Let's not get tied up with semantics here.
Okay, we're riding on the. We're just riding on the top. Is that better?
I mean, we're gonna fit the engine. Let's start here, all right? This is a
This is a
pit.
magic hat.
Come on now.
So you're saying there's like a bag of infant holding in the brim?
Not without my hand.
I'm saying that we're all sitting in the ribbon.
Day again
Not without my hat.
you.
Yeah. Also, I think for me, there would have to be a reason where we have enough recent videos with me with the Spine with the hat,
Yeah.
because I don't want to confuse
To be like,
people.
that's the image. Yeah.
I don't want to like,
Yeah.
oh, is that the new thing? Because I have
Totally.
the Spines off right now, and
Uh-huh.
people are like, oh, I guess why are they taking those? I'm like, no one cared until I took them off.
Yeah.
And that's I don't want to. I don't
I guess
want
the
to,
spine died, and
I don't want to perpetrate.
he's a new
that kind of
character now, I guess.
Let's call him
I want to show that the same costume can go
Chrome
for 20
Boy.
years.
Crumb boy.
So, anyways, yeah,
Chrome Boy.
I'm always thinking about.
Chromeo.
I'm always thinking about the fans. I want to make sure I don't give them what they want.
I'm writing down potential titles for this.
Oh, the
Not
podcast.
without my hat. Chrome Boy.
Chromeo.
Chromeo.
Yeah, I'm not putting that one.
Let him see the face.
Okay. Should I like?
The
does
name
anyone
of
else
the
wanna
I know
answer
what the name of the
question?
podcast is going to be. It's going to be the joke that David writes. It's going to be called Lines or Favorite Number of Times.
Favorite time?
I guess if you're the one that has to put the titles into the.
You can do whatever you want.
Yes,
You're the master of your own domain.
I guess that's a perk of doing all the work.
Does anyone else want to read a question? Should I pass it around?
Oh, yeah. That sounds
Go ahead
fun.
and Pick one out.
Now I'm
Oh,
getting
boy.
nervous. Can I read them beforehand so I don't mess up? Like in
Spencer
elementary
asks,
school?
Spencer asks, when you're signing stuff after a concert, are you still in the robot persona, or do you prefer people talking to you as the people under the makeup? I think about this every night, and I need an answer. Okay.
If someone's like comes up to us and does a robot thing, we'll play along for a little bit, of course.
sure.
If someone wants like a video and we have time to do it, we'll do that like in character. But no, we're out of character. But like I guess that question comes because if you haven't met us after a show, you probably don't know.
Totally.
But yeah, we try to be more personable and like especially because it's really intimidating once we're off stage to stay in character.
Mm-hmm.
Like it just kind of freaks people out, and so sometimes I'll even take off my gloves or put on my glasses, and like some little kids are confused by that, but it's just trying to be more approachable, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Agreed.
But if someone wants that, it's obvious if they would have to make the first. We're not going to be like beep bop boop bop. Not that that's what our act is, but
That's it.
you
That's all it is.
know. But you know, we would never.
Oh,
we
beep
try,
bop bop bop.
we try not to make anyone uncomfortable.
One.
Bop.
Skibbity ba. Ba 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 dee. Ba 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 da do de. We're
Dow,
da da
dow,
do
do dow.
down
Do
do
do dow do
do
do do do dow do
down
dow dow dow.
down.
We're trying to do that piano voice, right?
Yeah. Can we have a whole bit about that where Michael's playing the piano, but we're just down, 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 down.
And you realize that it's just us doing it, not the piano at all, and then people how they'll laugh.
How impressed they'll be
Yeah, that's what
with
they
my
come to a show
DOW
for.
dows.
Definitely
For
don't come
dows?
to hear music.
Down.
No.
Down.
Oh,
Are you ready?
yeah, I'll just read the next one.
You've been feeling.
Mrs. Spoons asks, do you have a geographical happy place you take your mind to when you need a bit of peace or comfort?
So this is a physical location that we have to relocate to
Yes.
For your
to be
mind,
happy,
for
or
your mind
or
space.
it says think about. So a real
To take your mind
Geographical happy place.
real life
Oh.
place.
But to take your mind to, so I
my
feel
bed,
like
I guess.
Oh, so you don't actually have to be there.
I
You don't
feel-
have to be
Okay.
there. It's just your
I'm
mind.
talking. Yeah, I think she's talking like in your mind space. Like, where would you go? Like,
When you need a bit of peace. or comfort.
I bet ours is the same.
I know what you're gonna say.
yeah, I bet ours.
Yosemite?
Yeah.
Yeah, Yosemite too. Oh, what? What? Oh my!
We're all gonna meet up.
What? I was gonna say that too. What about
It's
you?
almost
What
as if
about
I
you?
don't-
meet up on the astral
recently I
plane.
just like honestly, like I've been logging into Red Dead Online too because it's just so nice.
Oh,
it
yeah.
is.
And like, oh, I kind of want to go.
Yeah.
Let me go to the bayou now.
Yes.
No, I want to go to the Rocky Mountains.
Who wants to go to
How
the
about
bayou?
Arizona? Like,
Hey, that's where all the swamp
sucks.
people live. No, come on.
There's like alligators and crocodiles.
Yeah, it's great.
and also like some
food's probably
expensive
good.
alcohol in the giant
thank
mansions.
you, Camille. Food's great
She
there.
knows.
No, there's
Yeah.
actually.
I don't know.
Yosemite.
Have you been to the
There's
swamp in Red
don't-
Dead?
Did
I
you?
have.
They have a steamboat, don't they?
Yeah, they do. There's a steamboat out in the out like
I don't know. Does it come into
Wait, can you
multiplayer?
get on it?
It's the broken
no,
down.
no, it's like
Oh.
broken
Oh,
down.
because there's a
It's like
port.
broken
There's a
down.
port for it. I'm like, oh, can you get on the
No,
steamboat?
no,
Because
no,
that would be
no.
great.
It's like a broken down steamboat.
Well, anyway,
Anyway.
whatever. Anyways, yeah, Red Dead. And it got me thinking, like, man, my favorite kind of place is probably something like Yosemite.
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 Well, it's almost as if we all live in California.
Like Yosemite Sam. Yosemite Sam. You remember him, right?
As long as you stay away from the tourist traps there, it's the best place I've ever been.
I don't know. I don't have a physical location. I can appreciate that. I went to Yosemite with the Paniacs, and it was nice and relaxing.
Do I just
but-
go to the top?
There's
But I wouldn't
you
say
can
I think
pick one
about
from
it.
the whole. you
Oh,
scroll
I
down.
can.
I've been there a lot with my parents ever since I was like little. So yeah, it's
Disneyland on a
A dead day.
Dead
Rainy.
day is good.
In the rain.
My bed
Yeah.
with my TV
Bed is
in front of
good.
it.
You're just at your computer station.
Merc
Or you're just
asks-
in your bed imagining you're in your bed.
Next question.
Next question. Merc asks, is Jumbo the space whale still alive?
I mean, he never
Oh.
died, did he?
See, this is what they asked
Well,
me.
Oh, wait,
did
no, he did.
That's a great question
Wait, so
that we're
he got
asking.
punched in the
He was
face
punched.
by
But then later on in the album, it kind of references like he's dead, and
He's not dead.
I guess you have to listen to your own songs
I
again.
don't remember.
Do I
Maybe you're right.
do I
Like
delete this
he got
now?
punched in the face.
Yeah, I can delete it.
So I don't know.
Go ahead.
Oh wait, you're right. Oh no, you're right. Yes. No. Yeah. Oh,
I
that was.
confused about that too. Is he dead?
Okay, we can't
That's a great
answer this
question,
because
Merc.
that goes into like, what if there was a sequel to the Vice Quadrant, and that's why we do
implied-
have an answer, but
It's
we.
implied that he's dead, but I think it's intentional, but it's been so long.
Well, now you say it, it's coming back to me. Like,
L-
yeah,
'Cause there's a line
There's-
about like, oh, you squashed him and
Yeah.
squashed him like a
Like a
bug.
bug, yeah.
That could be interpreted many ways. I think the idea was that he was probably dead, but it's been so long.
So he
But
could
now
be
I remember
dead.
we've had this
He could be-
conversation.
I mean,
LAFO.
obviously the
Listen and
Necrostar is
find
going
out.
to take over Gemma's place.
Not really.
So I mean, but anyways, yeah, like there is like a answer to that, but we're not ready to explore that. If ever, we'll just throw.
We got a lot of questions. They kept coming in after the
You
new
better
music
get in
videos
there.
dropped. They're not. No, most of them
We
are
only
not
got
the
10
new
minutes.
videos.
Come on, let's do.
Angela asked, since Gigi adored cats so much, to put on a one giraffe recital, what do you feel is her reaction to the movie announcement trailer? Oh, the Cats movie.
Wait,
Oh, yeah.
isn't the joke that she likes to eat cats like Alf, or was I don't
think-
remember.
I
No,
think so.
She wait. What is this from? Is this from a
can't remember.
CD? There's something on
The-
YouTube or a CD
Can't
where she
remember,
talks
I'm sorry,
about
it's been so long.
She
What
wants
is
a
it?
bucket of
Cats
kittens.
She
the
wants a
musical?
bucket
Oh, it was like a
kittens.
one-person show where she like belches the entire soundtrack to Cats or something.
Oh, that's
This is the
okay.
pro- this is
What
the
is
problem.
that from?
Okay, yes.
When we
that's-
improv stuff, then
I think it was on
becomes canon.
stage.
I think the fans remember
Something
this
like
stuff
that.
more than we.
You said this one night, and now it's
No,
It's-
yeah, you're
it's
right.
from a
It's on
video.
Vice Quadrant.
Oh, Vice. Oh, yeah,
right,
yeah.
like you say, Steve, where's?
Oh, yeah,
anyone
yeah.
here?
Yeah.
So she doesn't eat the
I
cat.
don't see it. It was
Wait,
just
I
an
think she-
improv line. It was a throwaway line. So, but yes.
it's
How does
canon
she-
now.
I mean,
She
if
was
only we
excited.
had Gigi's movie review still. I only did like 2 movies,
Oh,
Jupiter
yeah.
Ascending and
She'd be all over this
and
movie.
the first Kingsman, and I never continue it, so
You
we'll
would
never
put-
know.
You would cut out like one of the actors' face and put her face in there, and she just do the whole review with like this
There you
cutout
go.
cat.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, we should have see if we were, see if we were content creators for our YouTube that with like weekly. Then as soon as the trailer come out, I would start working on the video of Gigi trying to saying something about that. But we're not. We don't do that. So.
Yeah, no one would watch that. I don't.
But yeah,
I
I
want
mean,
the music. They
I
want
would.
the-
Yeah,
they
it was
want
something
the
like that. Something like what
Yeah.
David said. Like, yeah, that sounds funny.
Are you all ready for this one? This
I don't
doozy?
No,
romance. We don't know what's coming up.
not anymore. Now
had
that you
the-
say
This
it.
question's from Rachel.
Oh, Rachel.
So
Thanks.
how was your day?
Whoa, Rachel, simmer down. Now, I don't know you like
Asking
that,
the tough
Rachel.
questions.
Hey, Rachel, you better calm that down. My day's great, actually. Thank you for asking. That's very nice of you. That's very sweet of you.
Going pretty well.
So far,
Pretty
so
good day, actually.
far,
Yeah.
so
Kind of rainy and nice.
Well,
Yeah,
the
I got
Paniacs and I
this.
went hiking.
We did.
Yeah.
Good weather for it.
Where'd you go?
It's just to
Mission.
Mission.
Whoa.
You don't care.
Whatever you said, I was going to be excited about.
Just to GPS location 3, 4, 5.
I mean,
I
I
was trying
post
also.
from there once a week, so it's not like any big secret.
Is that north or south?
What?
You didn't preface it.
It's
with-
northwest.
Snorth.
North?
That's. It's kind of like southeast, but it's when north and south are
It's
going
west.
together. Snorth.
Bunny, let's keep going through these questions.
There you go.
The patrons got a lot for us this month.
How are you? Abby asks, how are you feeling after the first batch of music videos being released? Was the reception from the fans everything you hoped for? I mean, yeah. I think we always hope that and for the one day it'll go up to like 3 million views, but that's not a realistic goal. But
Yeah,
aside from that, it's been going really well.
I was just, I was really hoping for not negative things. So
Yeah.
now that not negative things has happened, I feel pretty good about that. But
Yeah.
the hope was for not negative things. So
There's always the few.
I mean, there's always the
if
4
you go
thumbs down.
Of
or-
course,
If you
of course.
go looking for them,
Yeah.
you're gonna find them.
But if the overall response is just like, oh my
Yeah.
god, what is this? What is this poop on a stick?
Yeah.
Like, what are you selling me up here?
mostly everyone's
Well,
like,
right.
I like this jam, and this is cool.
Wow.
That's great.
So yeah,
So that's good.
I'm pretty stoked.
All right. AJ asks, could Benny tell us a bit about her guitar? I used one recently that was really fun and wonderful. If she had any recommendations for brand/features to look for.
I mean, honestly, I
So
wasn't-
first, pick one of the two guitars that exist. out
There's
there.
yeah, so I think that's the thing. Like we didn't really
Yeah.
have much of a choice, but it was a Roland, and we had used Roland for my like accordion brands. Honestly, David knows more about it than me. Like you made the purchase, but like there's only so many we could.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of controllers that are kind of like that way, but this is the
It's-
only one that's like
it's-
all in one.
Yeah, it's a lot easier to use than like some of the digital accordions and stuff for obviously. So like using it as an instrument, because the accordion used to kind of do what the guitar did. And the more it shifted, then I'm like, the more it was like, why are we using an accordion? Like just this. Then we saw this guitar, and we're like, this would be amazing because
Got
then
a
it's
good one
like
over there?
you can change the voices, and I can do a bunch of funky sounds.
Dow.
Yeah, I can actually do that, can't I?
Wait, really?
I think so. Pretty sure.
Oh.
Yeah, that's where the.
But it's
the
good.
dials come
Like
from.
and like
the guitar.
honestly, I only stopped playing the accordion because I had to use this digital accordion, and you had to memorize like light sequences to program it and activate it and stuff, and it just became so cumbersome. Like it's cool to have the accordion, but like now I would if we were going to bring back an accordion, I would want to mic it properly, you know, like without, because I like the acoustic version better than I like the digital, just because for simplicity's sake. But with touring and stuff, like there's just like learning and focusing on one instrument is just saves costs.
Plus, I don't think we'd ever, if we don't have to mic an instrument, we won't. Like digital is the best
Yeah.
way to go. Just because we probably mic one instrument a year.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just
yeah,
that's our
and it's-
quota. Fill it
and
up.
It's just so hard to get a good sound.
Guitar's
out of
great.
it.
We keep talking about other people using it, like because it's a great versatile.
Brian used it in the 10-year show.
You did use it.
Oh, I did play. Yeah, I played it for
Yeah.
Juju Magic or something. like that.
It'll be going forward with new songs. I hope we do get a song where someone else gets to use it because it's a really fun
I know
instrument.
Mike wants
or
to,
at least
but
use
he already
it in a
has
different
the
way. I
It
don't know.
really is. Yeah. I just love like I'm just like really getting into like 80s funk right now.
Yeah.
Like, it's all like keyboard synth sounds, and like now all I can hear is. Yeah. All right. Hey, so two-part question. Okay, who would win in an arm wrestling match between Bunny and David? And then part 2 is who would win in an arm wrestling match between Rabbit and the Spine.
Well,
Those
I've
came
lost
from
a
different
lot. I've
people,
lost
right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay. One was
Oh.
from Kindy. Kindy asked Bunny David, and then Firebrother with the excellent follow-up.
okay.
Oh.
I
Who would
mean-
come with
I mean,
Rabbit and the Spine?
I've watched too many. I've accidentally seen too many videos of people having their arm.
Oh yeah,
broken.
snaps.
And now
oh
I'm like,
yeah.
never.
But yeah, like
on, arm
I mean,
I'll
I
lose every time intentionally.
Yeah.
the non-funny answer is that I've lost a lot of muscle mass, you know, from transitioning. So I'm sure David's stronger than me, but I don't know if we'd ever be in an arm wrestling match.
What about Rabbit and the Spine?
I'm not very competitive.
I think Rabbit would win, but that's just, but only because she's like
yeah.
she's supposed to be before Zero came along. She was supposed to be like the tank, like she weighed like 3 tons where he were.
Yeah, I think the spine's also supposed to be the tank.
1.5.
Yeah, and Zero's the
2.7.
Zero's the double tank. Yeah, double tank over here. Double tank. tank times infinity.
I wasn't trying to boast. Damn it.
Tank.
She's supposed to be made out of like wrought iron and like heavy metals.
Yeah, the spine.
Spine is more
yeah.
advanced, but I think Rabbit in terms of strength, if you have your Yu-Gi-Oh card or whatever,
Yeah.
it's like I don't 9,000 at least.
Because Spine has better projectiles, you know.
Yeah, I mean, you're
Wouldn't
like
you-
made of like
wouldn't you?
60s materials.
I'd say hydraulics are better than gears. I don't know. Maybe he has hydraulics.
Oh yeah, true.
I
Rabbit
guess
has
that
some
we'll never
hydraulics,
know.
but a lot more gears.
Is this going to be like a Flash versus Superman kind of thing?
Uh-huh.
I would say, why don't you draw some fan art depicting who's going to win? And if you don't let the women
And
win,
is
that's
yeah.
sex, that's sexist. So you can't do that.
I was going to say.
Take that.
Well, why would they get in an arm wrestling match?
Here's a better one. What about Zero and the Spine?
I mean, in real life, I know Brian's stronger than me. So.
Okay, how about Spine and Gigi? See, that's one we can all enjoy.
Me and Camille.
Oh
my God.
I think Chelsea-
I'll win.
Fight,
I think
fight,
you'd win.
Fight.
I have
Uh-oh.
opened some jars for the Peniacs.
Hey, put those things away.
You've had to open some jars.
I've opened
for
a
us.
jar
You
once or
just
twice.
opened.
That has nothing to
It
do with
makes me feel like a real man.
That has nothing to do with strength, though. That's just
What? That's
You ever get
It's
handed
all
a
in your
jar?
head.
how sandpaper my fingers are.
Still got good muscles from ballet.
Yeah, no, Chelsea's really strong.
Watch out.
Feel that.
I
No.
No, thank you.
Wait, whose turn is it? David's.
David.
Read a question.
Yeah, this podcast will go on a little longer than we have because we want to get through all the questions. Alex asked, so my question is for Zero. I noticed on one of your gloves you have 2 red fingers and the rest are black versus the other glove, which are all the same. Is there any significance to that? Smiley face.
What? Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, it's just like, asymmetrical. I just like that.
Kind of going with the costume that you have
Pretty
on?
much, yeah. So I think for the videos, because for the shows I'll wear one red and one black, and then for the videos because I cut my fingers off, I put the red gloves through the black gloves, and then I leave one red.
It's like Carrie Fisher with
as
the
well.
one long fingernail. It's your
fingernail.
Coke nail, the nail that you touch the Coke machine with, so you don't have to get the germs on your finger.
Not quite, not quite, Grandpa Joe. But yeah, that's I've always been like that, like
Asymmetrical.
yeah, different colors on different. I don't know,
Nice.
stupid.
No.
No. Someone noticed it.
No.
Yeah.
Next question comes from Allison. Thanks for a great first year of Patreon. How do you think the last 12 months have gone, and has it made a difference compared to how you worked before?
I mean, even if it didn't, we're definitely creating a lot of behind-the-snes content. So I think that's a really nice
I was
thing.
gonna
Even if
say.
no one's watching it, which they are. There's at least 15 people that watch each video.
Yeah.
So that's nice. But also it kind of gets us in the mindset of that even the behind-the-scenes work we're doing is for an audience of some
Totally.
sort. So it's not like it's less it's almost like we're in the presentation mode a little longer than we normally.
It's
would
almost
be.
like, well, I mean, I guess it just upkeeps professionalism. Not that that's really a problem, but like, yeah, it just keeps us motivated to keep pushing forward and treat it like a job we're getting in there, getting off. You know, like
which we've never had an issue in the
rephrase
past. It's
that.
just usually when you're trying to make a buck or something, other stuff kind of takes priority. Like
Totally.
and this way, Patreon can like kind of support everyone that's working on these albums and stuff. Or songs while we move forward, and that's also incentive. So it's great to have people that we get to interact with on a monthly basis, as well as have a few extra bucks to kind of make it worth their while to come in every month and do all this stuff.
It's just cool to look back at.
Next question. Trevor asks, so what's the story behind Mr. Pescado? Well, and that's all he's really about.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. That was a good explanation, though.
Thanks for giving that deep dive for the fans. They're really going to appreciate
Yeah,
that.
I agree.
This one. There's the next one.
Ooh, read it. Ooh, you're gonna read it. Ooh.
Sabrina asks, do you plan on making any more SBG Radio Adventure episodes?
Yes, one day, but not any day soon.
Yeah, we were.
Yeah.
Yes.
Probably sometime in the
we will. Yes. I mean,
Yeah.
we've been talking about it.
yeah.
It just now this album and the songs are so important. Who
We'll
knows?
keep talking about it.
I actually was just asked.
I do
this the
want
other day,
to.
too.
I actually.
Yeah.
We really do want to. Actually, no. It's just like obviously our brains have been everywhere right now.
Totally. And last but not least is from Little Macarons.
Little what?
Little Macarons.
Oh, okay.
Says, "Happy Spineless."
Not a question.
Nope.
Oh yeah, you did like a crossover recently.
Oh yeah, with a flork of cows. Twitter personality, I suppose, with some little webcomics. You can look it up.
Oh.
And I guess they do this irrelevant holiday every month on what the.
27.
Irrelevant or
Wait, you said
irreverent?
today?
That's what I meant.
Irreverent.
Yeah.
Oh, is today
It's
Spinemas?
the 27th of every month, I think.
Oh,
Yeah.
Happy Spinemas.
And it was just obviously it's not based on my character or anything. It's like
Yeah,
it's like
it is.
it's in their art style with the
Nope.
Photoshop.
Bells
based
will
on the
ring.
Actually,
spine.
Flork Cows is a really good
Are you
artist.
listening?
In addition to the
Here
MS
to
Paint stuff.
stay. The
So-
sun is glistening.
So you should check them out. They have more art than just
Spine is a fright.
the fun sock
Happy
puppet.
Spinemas, everybody here.
Yep. Today is Spinemas.
So yeah, a merry Spinemas to you all, and hope you left all the calcium dusts on the shelf for
All your glucosamine for your joints.
yeah. May all your vertebrae bend and twist in the way they're supposed to.
Yes.
Carrots?
May your sciatic nerve pain not be that
what's
great.
good for your spine? Pork chops?
Is that all the questions?
Yep. We're done.
Well,
Is bone marrow good for your spine?
hey,
So here now we got to.
what's coming up?
We got to.
Oh,
the end of the song, end of the
yeah.
show is coming up, right?
Well, that, but also
It's almost. It's here. It's right now.
it's time for some plugs.
Oh
plugs.
yeah.
Oh
I'll
gosh.
unplug this.
What are we plugging?
So obviously the Patreon stuff. If you wanna, if you just can't get enough of us,
Patreon.com.
You definitely will.
Powered Giraffe.
if you
You have way too much.
support us there.
You come on Patreon.
When I want my daily dose of fiber, I go to www.patreon.com/steampoweredgiraffe.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
and we got so much stuff on there and little rewards or benefits that
Yeah.
there's no point in even saying them here. Just there's a lot of different tiers, and even the lowest stuff has the most interesting stuff.
Yeah, you can look at them online.
Let's see. We should also plug the upcoming show that's coming up
Yeah.
in December 7th.
Oh gosh,
Yep.
it's almost December.
Saturday, December 7th.
It's September.
Bakersfield, California.
Coming up in December. gotta
You know,
get that.
I mean, sooner than later it'll be here.
You want to get your tickets. You don't want to be left out.
Oh yeah.
This is there will be a new set. That means new sets, I don't want to say new songs, just new.
There could
set.
be new old songs.
What? How about old new songs?
Some of your faves. You know how it goes.
Ones we haven't ever released.
Every year we
Yeah.
try to
But
refresh it a little bit. Every year we try to refresh. Hey, we should do the
Excited.
outro unless there's more to plug.
Is there? Do we have any merchandise that we need to sell?
Yeah. Okay, I was waiting.
What are all those
to-
T-shirt-looking
Don't worry,
things
I'll
over there
I'll be
on the
advertising these
T-shirt rack?
online, but I wanted to wait for after the music videos. But we have a ton of apparel in stock.
We just got it in.
We've got T-shirts in both variants. We've got a regular cut and feminine cut of
The-
our logo T-shirt, very popular.
Yeah, it has the Steam Powered Giraffe logo on it.
Yeah.
Nice
And
three-color.
we also have 3/4 sleeve baseball shirts. So the sleeves are red. They're very snazzy. We've got those in regular cut and ladies cut also.
slugger in your life.
So check out our store on steampoweredgiraffe.com. We've got lots of T-shirts for the holidays. Yeah.
Now, can we do a three outro?
How do we do that? Just all our.
Let's start with Brian though, and then we go back
We'll go
to
back.
you.
Do you want a specific? You want me to just play it normal and you go over? Or do you
Yeah.
want something
How does the ending go? That was a podcast. Same thing. Same thing. Oh hey, that was a podcast from Steam Powered Giraffe. It's the Bennettarium. I can't remember what the actual melody line is, but we had a lot of fun and we talked about pretty much everything we've done the past month. It's the Bennettarium. Oh, hot dog, it's the Bennettarium. And it's Bunny's turn right now.
It's a podcast from Steam Powered Giraffe. It's called the Bennettarium. It's my favorite podcast. I listen to it every day in the bathroom. Bennettarium. On the toilet, it's the Bennettarium.
Sorry, I thought there was gonna be a forecast.
Bennettarium.
Nah, man,
It's
not
a
for
place
you,
to
man.
be.
It's a podcast from Steam Powered Giraffe. It's the Bennettarium. Oh, there was a bird on the podcast. He made a lot of noise. It's the Bennettarium. Oh yeah, it was the Bennettarium. And you only turned in to hear us sing this song. Most people do. Most people
Really?
say it's the best part of podcasts.
That's what they say?
I heard it at
They
least
tune
from
in to the
two
beginning
people.
and the end?
Yeah, 2 people. It's not even
Wow.
that great, but whatever.
Was one of them you? One of them one of your questions?
Well, thank
Hey,
you.
who wrote that? Great.
Thank you for listening. Listener's a listener.
Okay, now you guys talk amongst yourselves while I go turn everything off.
Okay.
Because I can't. We don't have someone over there like, great podcast, everyone. I'm wrapping it up.
All
I
right.
gotta go.
Oh,
Who does that David think he is?
A watermelon is either a water nor a melon. Oh wait, it's a melon.
It's a melon.
It is a melon.
Oh my
It
gosh.
is?
It is a melon.
You just blew my mind.
But is it a water? Ooh. I don't think so.
Bye.